What is up, guys? Welcome back. We got another project bike for the channel. Pretty pumped. Let's go take this off and show you what we got. All right, as you can see, it is a Yamaha R1. This is a 2001 model, and this is going to be a nice full restore. It should come out really good when it's done. Let's start with the damage assessment and kind of show you what's going on with the bike. So right off the rip, you can tell that the fairings are super sun faded. They're just shot, and I'm going to be getting rid of these. They're really not in great shape. They definitely have some crack marks on them, and they're a little bit scratched, and this is just totally warped from probably not putting heat wrap on there. So the fairings are definitely trash. We'll get brand new ones. That should come out really good. First thing, as you can see, our tank is not in the best shape. Well, at least for the paint wise. It is structurally good, and it has a good shape. There's not really any dents on it, which is awesome, but it is paint's chipping off. Like I said, probably a crappy paint job, but not a big deal. You can see that, like I said, this side's pretty bad for the paint. Oh yeah, that's bad. So like I said, this will get all cleaned up and then a nice fresh coat of paint on there. And it should be good because, like I said, we don't have any dents that I can see. Is it dent here? Nope, that's just kind of how it looks. So yeah, so that's all good. Tank's fine. Just get a clean paint job on it and it should be looking good. I don't know why the heck. So the bike is lowered obviously a little bit. I don't know why someone would do that, but it is what it is. So we'll end up rising this back up to stock height. Let's see. The clip-on is, yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh man, this thing definitely had a hard one at some point. Yeah, this thing's shot. So, I mean, we could try using a sledgehammer to bend it back, but I don't know. Maybe I'm probably just going to get a replacement one that's straight. So that is shot. Let's see. Forks look okay. Triple tree cover isn't perfect, but not bad. Missing a bar end, but obviously we'll get that. Let's see. One of the levers is a bit scratched up. And it's probably bent. Yeah, I think it's bent a little bit. So, whatever. That's fine. Tachometer is in perfect shape. The bike has 19,000 miles, which isn't too much. It does have some LED lights, whatever, not a big deal. But no codes are on the tachometer, which is great. But the carbs definitely do need to be cleaned because they are dirty for sure. So what else? Let's see what else is going on. The headlights seem to be in great shape. A nice little cleaning and polish will get these things looking like brand new. Fork seals are not leaking, which is good. Front tire's got a decent amount of tread, so that is good. And let's see. These rims are polished and they're white in the center, which is super dirty. So that should be really nice when we clean that up. Forks are good. I don't see any rash on them of any sort or anything being broken. So that is good. Same with this side. All right, so that looks good. Wow, that's what happens when you don't put heat wrap on next to an exhaust. Destroys it. So anyway, we'll need turn signals. So that's nothing. Like I said, this thing's just broke. This clip on and everything seems fine over here. A good thing is that the frame is polished, and so is the swing arm, which is nice, and along with the rear set. So that looks great. That's gonna clean up really good when I'm done with it. Let's see. Pegs, these need to be replaced. And also it looks like that, yeah, this is bent in a little bit, but it's not horrible. So we'll try to just bend that back out a little bit. You could see some type of rigging going on with this exhaust, and it does have a little bit of rash. It's missing a holder, so whatever, not too big of a deal. It's got some spools on it. Let's see. Same with the rear rim. In the middle, it is white, and this will all be polished, so that should be really nice when I clean it up. Overall, not too bad. Subframe, looks like the battery tray was painted blue. Okay. That doesn't look too bad. Lights seem okay. This part is cracked, though, so that kind of sucks. But whatever, not too big of a deal. Okay. Rear tire seems to have plenty of tread. Yeah, this is like almost a new tire, just broken in for the most part, so that's good. And like I said, just the, you know, the fairings itself are just junk. Same thing on this side, with the peg being broken off, so we'll have to replace those. And this looks like, yeah, this is bent in a little bit, so we'll try to bend that back out a little bit. Ooh, kickstand's got a little bit of a wave to her. Definitely bent down a little bit, so we'll see if we can straighten that out. But it does work fine, which is good. Let's see, stator cover is not OEM, and this has a little bit of rash on it, so aftermarket. Oh, missing an engine bolt, so we'll get one of those. But other than that, I mean, the bike does start, but it idles okay, but it just really does not let me give it any gas for the most part. It will rev a little bit when it's a little cold, but other than that, it just doesn't ride. Mirrors seem to be okay. Obviously, they're just sun faded. Seats seem okay, and there's no rips in them, which is good. I don't know if this is aftermarket seat. It might be. This is definitely aftermarket seat. I could tell right away, just compared to my other one over there that's mint. But not a big deal. It actually looks good. And it's a little bit more foam, looks like, so probably a little bit more comfier. Yeah, the gas cap just needs a little bit of refurbishing. Nothing crazy there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll go start it up real quick. And you'll see that, you know, it does idle okay. But it just does not really rev out. I can't even really ride it because it would just end up dying out. So I'm pretty sure I know what the problem is. Obviously, the cars will have to get cleaned at some point, but I think it's something else, not just the carbs. There is one headlight bulb. You can see they're both on right now. One's like a bluish and one's a regular color. When you turn it on high beam, off. So that one's shot. I guess they have a replacement one like that, which I have already. So it's actually in the trunk in a box. So I'll just fix that. Ignition's a little hard to turn. You just gotta get it right. It's not just a normal one. You have to. These key barrels do end up wearing out over time. So to make the key turn easier, you just pull back a little bit, turns right on, off, on, no problem. So it's just something you got to get used to. I noticed that there is a little bit of an oil leak right there. It's coming from somewhere, so I'm actually going to take these lower panels off, this one and on the other side, just so that when it's running for a bit, I can kind of get a better idea to see where it's leaking from. It could just be a bad gasket. It could be there's a little bit of rash on here, but I don't know if that would cause it. It's probably leaking somewhere from like over there or something. Probably the gasket's bad, but let's go take off those covers. So we got the side fairings off. Not too dirty over here. I looked on the other side, it's definitely leaking by the stator cover, but I took this bolt out right here. Look at this thing. Wow, that thing was pretty hard to get out, not gonna lie. So that's crazy. Bike's obviously been down, which is expected, but not too big of a deal. But wow, I just can't believe how screwed up that bolt was. So back on the stator side, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see there's kind of like oil dripping from there. So I think the gasket's bad. Like I said, we are missing that engine bolt over there, but when I looked under here, see if I can get this on camera. You can see the other engine bolt is basically out, which was kind of good because then I could probably get the thread pitch on that one and get one from hopefully a local hardware store over here. I just gotta kind of figure out how long it should be. If that bolts into there fine, okay, we know that it's the same bolt and we could just get it for the other side. But yeah, this bike has definitely been through some it's been down for sure, obviously, but I think, like I said, when I raise this up, this might end up hitting that, and that tells me that the headlight stay is bent down, which is probably what happened. So hopefully I can bend that back up. More than likely I'll have to get a replacement headlight stay. Yeah, I don't know, with this going all the way up here about an inch, it's gonna bring it a lot closer. So I don't know if this will end up working. Like I said, I think that headlight stay is bent, so just take it from there and keep going. Side panels are off. So I noticed the wires were not in the holder like it was supposed to be. That's not really a big deal. You know, we got our turn signal things and all that, so not really a big deal there. And I saw this wire and I'm like, what the hell does this go to? And then I was looking on my other R1. There's supposed to be a horn somewhere right over here, and we do not have that, so I'm assuming that's what the wire is for. Not the worst thing in the world, but hopefully I can find one cheap on eBay. And I don't know if it comes with a bracket or not, but we'll look and we'll figure that out. But also on the other side, we are missing an engine bolt over here, so definitely missing a couple things. But I think that's going to do it for the damage assessment. Like I said, this was kind of rigged up. This isn't really how it should be, or I could try tightening this to see if that... But I'm probably just going to replace this anyway, because you see the rash over here, which kind of sucks. I mean, the muffler is in good shape, and the link pipe's all right. Just needs a cleaning, but still, it just sucks that if it didn't have this rash over here, I would definitely use this, but I don't know. We'll see. It's not the end of the world, but it just shows that, you know, the bike has been down at least, so I don't know if it was when he had it or he got the exhaust like that. Who knows? But anyway, all right. I really don't even want to fire this up right now just because of the fact that it's missing all those engine bolts. I really don't want the motor twisting because we got to get the bolts in there first and get that all set. So, all right, I think that's going to do it for the video, guys. I know I did say I was going to start it up, but just due to the fact that we're missing all those engine bolts, like I said, I'll get the bolts first and then we'll end up starting it. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think about this. I think this thing has a ton of potential. It should come out pretty good. Just some things need to be replaced. And then once we get the carbs all sorted out and everything, I think it should be a really great bike. But anyway, guys, make sure you guys stay tuned. We're going to continue working on this thing and digging in and seeing. Hopefully there's not too many other problems. But like I said, we're going to continue working on this thing. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next one.